everybody, welcome back. Today's recipe is for all my gluten-free friends out there. Today we're making gluten-free cornbread. Now it's very moist and it's tender and it's got a great corn flavor and I think you're gonna love it. And we're gonna serve it up with my favorite apple cinnamon butter. You gotta check that recipe out and make it when you make this because it just goes phenomenal together. All right, so I'm Rockin' Robin and I'm gonna show you how to do it right after this. Okay guys, let's go over our ingredients so we can get started. All right, what I have here is some skim milk with some lemon juice in it. Now this recipe calls for either buttermilk or you can use regular milk, whole, skim, whatever you want. But I made a real quick version of buttermilk because I didn't have any. And what you do is you take some milk and you add a little bit of lemon juice to it and you let it sit for 15 minutes and voila, you've got buttermilk. So that's what I have there. We'll need some salt and some sugar. In this bowl here, I've got some yellow cornmeal and some gluten-free flour, which I purchased at Trader Joe's. We'll need some baking powder, salted butter. I have organic corn here because I want to avoid GMOs, and a little bit of milk. And we're gonna put the milk and the corn together in a blender and blend it up to make sort of a cream-style corn, which will then add a little bit more corn flavor to your cornbread. We'll need an egg, and over here I have my apple cinnamon butter, which I highly recommend you make because it goes so wonderfully on this recipe. You're gonna love it. And I'll leave a link for the apple cinnamon butter down below in the description of this video. We're gonna start off by preheating our oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. And now we're gonna add our corn and the milk to the blender. Remember I told you that we were gonna blend this up. And this is gonna add some really nice flavor to our cornbread. All right, so you just blend this up as much as you want. Some people like to have a little bit of corn, you know, a little bit of kernels left so that they can taste them in their bread, but do it however, you know, you like it. Now we're gonna take all of our dry ingredients and place it in a large bowl. So I've got my cornmeal and my gluten-free flour right here. And by the way, guys, you can use regular flour if you want to. That's not a problem. Here's our sugar, we'll dump that in. We'll add a teaspoon of salt and a tablespoon of baking powder. Now, take a spoon and just mix this and combine it real well. You want to have everything combined nicely before you add your liquids. And then beat it a little bit before we add it to our dry mixture. Now we're going to take our cast iron pan, which is an 8-inch pan by the way, and we're going to place our butter in it and we're going to put it back on the stove on low, and we're going to start to melt that butter while we mix up our batter. All right, now that the butter is melting in the pan, we're ready to add our wet ingredients to our dry ingredients. So I'll start off with the egg. Next goes our corn that was blended up in the blender and my homemade buttermilk. And now we just want to stir this until it's combined. We don't want to overmix it. Now we're back to the stove and my butter is melted and I have the pan still on low and I'm just going to pour the batter right in. I'm going to place this in the oven for 25 minutes. So the cornbread's been cooking now for 25 minutes. It's time to check it to see if it's done. We're gonna stick a toothpick in the middle and if it comes out clean, and it has, then it's done. We're gonna set this on the stove to cool. Our cornbread is done. I wanna show it to you. Our little guy here, I'm just gonna loosen the edges. It should come out pretty easily with that butter that we put in there. Let's see what we've got here. It's only been cooling now for about 5 minutes, so it's not too hot. So you can see here, look at how beautiful that bottom is. It's nice and golden, right? And I think I'm gonna put it back in the pan, guys. I just wanted to show you the bottom. And what I wanna do now is just cut a piece and try it out. Now, of course, you know I'm gonna put my apple cinnamon butter on this. Look at this, guys, it's beautiful. All right, I'm gonna put some butter on this because, man, I tell you, it goes so good with this. It's melting all over the place. All right, here we go. So good, guys. Definitely good cornbread. Love it with that apple cinnamon butter on top. It just makes it over the top, really does. This cornbread is nice and moist, very delicious. It really is good, guys. I hope you'll try it. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. If you know of anybody who you think might enjoy this gluten-free recipe, please share it with them. I really appreciate it when you guys do that. And leave me a comment. Let me know how you like it. Try it out, and you can, like I said before, you can try this with regular flour as well. It'll work just fine. And you know, the other nice thing I like about the cast iron is it keeps your cornbread hot. Keeps it warm, you know, for probably, this thing stays hot for like half an hour. So it's a great way to serve it. And if you haven't subscribed yet, some of you haven't, click that button up there and you'll be notified every week when a new video comes out. I'd love to have you join us. So thanks again, everybody. We'll see you next time, and enjoy the cornbread recipe with the apple cinnamon butter.